have a good connection, but she said apparently they're going to do all the live prove ups first or hearings first and then come to the Zoom.
Okay, I don't see Mr. Reiner.
Your Honor, I'm here on behalf of Mr. Reiner.
Okay, but Mr. Reiner is to be named the dependent administrator, correct?
Correct, Your Honor. I'm an attorney with the Reiner Law Firm and here on his behalf.
Well, tell Mr. Reiner that I extended my sympathies to you for having to put up with him.
I will, Your Honor.
No, I like Mr. Reiner a lot. Always a pleasure to see him. All right, I'll waive the oath as an officer of the court. Mr. Herzada, you may go forward.
Yes, Your Honor. I represent the U.S. Small Business Administration in regard to the estate of Timothy Wayne Stouffer. We are requesting Howard Reiner be appointed dependent administrator on this case. This one is a little bit more of a history than the standard case. On this case, the wife of the decedent previously was granted letters of administration. That's Heather Stouffer. However, she failed to qualify and then ultimately withdrew. So at this point, we are requesting Mr. Reiner be appointed dependent administrator, and I'd like to call Mr. Gonzalez at this time.
Okay, y'all must have had the hearing while I was out of town because I see that Judge Edens signed the original order. So yeah, go right ahead.
Mr. Gonzalez, could you please state your name?
Esteban H. Gonzalez.
And how are you employed?
Gonzalez, you are an attorney, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I am an attorney.
Waive the oath. Yeah.
Thank you.
Go right ahead.
I'm an attorney with the Reiner Law Firm.
That's right.
And you're in good standing with the State Bar of Texas?
I am, Your Honor. Yeah, yeah.
And based upon your review, did Timothy Wayne Stouffer pass away on April 24th, 2021 in Jefferson County, Texas?
Yes, he passed away at the age of 48 years old, and 4 years have not elapsed since the time of death.
And based upon your review, do you believe that Mr. Stouffer's residence at the time of death was 3302 Oak Avenue in Groves, Texas, 77619?
Yes, upon information and belief, that is the address that he was domiciled in the county.
So far as you know and believe, did the decedent have a will?
So far as I know, the decedent did not leave a will.
Do you believe a necessity exists for the administration of this estate because of the unpaid debts?
Yes, based on the review of the creditor's application.
And do you believe there's a necessity for appointment of appraisers at this time?
Not at this time.
And are you aware of any other assets of the estate other than the real property at 3302 Oak Avenue?
At this time, no, we are not. And again, that would be subject to our inventory review if appointed.
And at the time of his death, was the decedent married?
Yes, at the time of his death, the decedent was married to Heather Grace D. Stouffer from November of 2001 and ended upon his death.
And do you believe that the decedent had children?
Yes, to the best of my knowledge, the decedent had 3 children, Harley Calloway Stouffer. I'm sorry, 2 children. Harley Calloway Stouffer, born August the 3rd, 1999, and Timothy Wayne Stouffer Jr., born February the 11th, 2005.
And was Miss Heather Stouffer the mother of the 2 children?
Records indicate that Timothy Wayne is the child of Harley, and I believe, to the best of my knowledge, Harley is the child of the union as well.
Okay. And based upon your review, did it appear that the wife and the children were provided notice of both the application and today's hearing?
Yes, based on my review of the application, proper notice was given.
And are you aware of any other children born to or just adopted by the decedent?
No other children that we're aware of were born or adopted by the decedent.
Is Mr. Howard Reiner qualified for accepting letters of administration?
Mr. Reiner is qualified from accepting letters of dependent administration and for serving as the dependent administrator of the estate.
No further questions. I can pass the witness.
All right, well, I'm gonna wait for you to send me the proof and oath, and Mr. Gonzalez, if you'll ask Mr. Reiner to tell me what he'd like to do on the bond. I don't know whether or not, as I sit here today, a federal government agency is exempt from bond or not. So,
You know, what we typically do when the only known asset is the real estate, I believe the bond amount for like 1,000 to 13 is the same. So we typically bond it at 13,000. And then when the inventory comes in, if there's other assets, we seek to raise it at that point.
you're asking for what kind of bond, Mr. Terhersna?
13,000.
13, and the I guess this must have been Oak Street and Groves, most of flooded, and this must have been a disaster recovery loan as opposed to a small business loan.
I believe that's correct, Your Honor, based off of the motion to withdraw that Ms. Stouffer's attorneys previously filed. Not only was this a disaster recovery loan, but also apparently the property itself may have been hit by another storm later, and it might be in disrepair at the moment.
Well, Harvey would have hit, let me see what date the loan was made. Looks like it was 2018, 17, so that would have been, dadgum, that was just a couple months after Harvey. It was pretty quickly after that. And then in 2019, Imelda came through, but Imelda did not impact, it only impacted the western part of the county, not Groves. So I would be surprised if it was hit again. But it be that as it may, I will wait for your proof and oath. Once I receive that, I'll sign the letters. Wait, my docket sheet says dependent administration. Yeah, okay, it is dependent. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want us to, I mean, what will the bond amount be then, Your Honor, based on?
I'll put it at 13,000 as he requested.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
Thank you,
right. You know, if y'all have any other issues, and just give me a call.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a great one.
You too.
Thank
Maybe
Sorry.
excuse.